Brittany, I'm going to show you really quickly how to do the elongated caliper cables. Specifically, you asked about the elongated purl stitch or the EP stitch. This little sample has nothing to do with the cowl that you're working on. It's just handy for me to show you the example. So anyway, so you're going to work up to the point where you need to do the EP stitches. So I'm going to try and do that really quickly. Peering over my camera to see if I can knit here. Okay. So for the EP stitch, you're going to insert your needle as if to purl. There it goes. All right. And you're going to wrap it once, twice. Okay, so you have 2 stitches there on your wrap, and then you pull it through. Now this counts as 1 stitch, all right? So you're going to go into the next one because it takes 2 of these. 1, 2, and that's your second EP stitch. Okay. And you can see that I got 3 on there by mistake. So that's easy enough to fix. Just scooch it to the end, take off that extra wrap, cinch it up a little bit, but don't make them too tight, otherwise they're a pain to get up and over your cable joints, okay? And you want to try and keep them as uniform as possible. So now I'll just work to the end of the row here. Actually, I'll just knit this row to make it easier on myself. But follow what the directions say for the row. Again, this is just some little sample I pulled out of my bag that was intended for something else. Okay, so now we're on the front side where we're actually going to make the cable. So the cable is 1/3 stitches, so I'm going to knit up to the point in the pattern where we would make it. So that's the EP, and then those are the 3 it's going to extend over. So what we're going to do is slip your needle in this way, your right needle, slip them off, and now you're going to unravel this EP stitch just by doing this. I hold it down to the bottom here with my fingernail. You could put it on a cable needle if you want to, or a little locking stitch marker. I just find this easier to do. So you want to pick it up now because we knit this first. It's hard to do in a camera. So scooch those down. Put your elongated stitch here. Go ahead and knit it, and then you knit the other 3 that are part of the cable. Okay, and you can see that that stitch is stretching over the other 3. So this is the other elongated one, and you can tell because there's 2 loops there. We're going to pull that down, and all this is in the pattern, and you're going to knit these 3 for the other half of the cable. Put this one back on your left-hand needle and go ahead and knit it. And there it is. That little cable right there, stretched over. The first few that you do won't look so great until you got, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 lined up, and then all of a sudden it starts to look really nice. So don't worry that it's not looking the way you're anticipating, because it does take a few rows to get that on there. Or I'm sorry, a few of the elongated caliper cables. So that's what it'll look like. And the first one is a tiny one, and after that you're going to start wrapping 3 times on your needle and stretching it over 4 stitches instead of the 3. This just gives a nice little V shape to the bottom there by doing the little one. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Doing the knit version of that is the same thing. You're just going to go in as if to knit. You're going to wrap 1, 2, 3 times, because later on the pattern when you do have to do it as a knit, and that's at the top if you're knitting in the round, it's knit 3 times, or wrap 3 times. And that's it. So it's just as easy as it's a regular stitch. You're just wrapping it however many times you need to make the cable. All right? I hope that helps.